Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Abby, your bestie wig stylist. I've been a hairdresser for over 25 years, and now that I'm a full-time wig wearer, I just want to share some tips and tricks that I have learned through my decades behind the chair with my fellow wig sisters. And hopefully there's a few little things that y'all can glean from my tutorials, as far as whether it be a face flopper, adding a bang, or changing a part, whatever it might be. I just hope that this is helpful for y'all. And if you have any questions, please feel free to just let me know. You can send me an email, you can ask down in the comments. This is going to be a wig that I want to get a lot of wear out of, and I am just by nature a bang girl. I have a decent sized forehead, like four inches somewhere through here. I also have scars on my forehead from an accident when I was 12. So with my bio hair, I've always worn bangs. So it's just who I am. So I thought that I would invite y'all along as we add some bangs to this beautiful Tressalure bliss. So we're gonna need scissors, we're gonna need water, gonna need a comb, and a couple of clips. When I'm adding bangs to a wig, I always like to do it with a mirror. I'm doing this in my phone, but it's okay. I do have a mirror over here on the side if I need it. But I personally will cut bangs with my wig on. I just feel like I can customize them better than on a blockhead. But bangs to me are supposed to be very perfectly tailored for the individual wearing them. Look at this wig, y'all. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so this wig has a full mono top. Basically, you can add bangs to any wig, but if it has a full mono top, that is easier. If it already has if it already comes with a fringe or a bang of some kind, that also is a bonus. But here, this does not have a bang or a fringe, but it does have a full mono top. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you all how we'll part that off and get started. The other thing is, if you are going into this blindly, you can take a wig, or you can take a wig that you have and you can measure those bangs and we can compare them. That can be our guide. So let's go ahead. I am going to do about a 1/2 inch deep. Yep, that's going to be the right amount of bang for me. I like my bangs to be, I prefer more of a side swept bang, so I am going to take my bangs about, a guide is to take the corner of your nose, come up by your eyebrow, and up. You can also do the center of your eyebrow. It just depends on what style bangs and how you want them to flow into the body of the haircut. This is a longer style. It does have some face framing layers, so I probably will blend them in a little bit, but we'll see when we get there. All right, so we've got this parted out. I'm going to take a little bit more. And you can also do, like, follow the hairline. I'm not doing a deep part. I'm not doing a deep bang, so I'm not going back in here and doing like a triangle parting. I'm doing more of just a thin, regular bang parting. So the rest of this hair, I'm just going to pull back with a scrunchie. All right, now that we have our bangs parted out here, you can see it's long. And what we're going to do is, just remember, one of my pro tips is remember that these fibers have a little bit more elasticity, and they're going to recoil a little bit more than, say, bio hair. So my theme with any kind of wig styling, cutting, styling is always to go low and slow. So what I mean by that is always start with the lowest heat possible in whatever hot tool you're using, and then we're going to go slow with cutting. Okay, we can always take more off. But of course, obviously, this is a wig, so we can't put it back on. It's not going to hopefully grow out in 3 weeks. So we have to just go slow when we're cutting, when we're adding a bang, when we're adding anything, okay? When we're texturizing, we just have to go slow. And the other thing is I recommend is, if once we do this initial cut and you cut it longer, that's fine. Just wear it a few hours and see if you can deal with it. And then if not, come back and follow the same process again. I've cut so many bangs on mine. I know that I'm going to start here at the tip of my nose. That's going to be a long fringe. So a fringe is something that it's longer than a traditional hard eyebrow bang, but it's not tuckable. I'm going to cut on myself. I'm going to do more of like what we would call an eyelash bang. It's going to be a longer bang, and it's going to be more side swept. So here we go. With my initial cut, I'm going to cut with scissors, and I'm going to do the twisting method. It just makes it a little easier. It's a little more foolproof, okay? I'm going to come right here. See how I got all this twisted? And I'm just going to cut right there at the end of my nose. Straight across. And that's what I took off. You can see that that already gave me a perfect bang. Look at that. Look how much better that is, y'all. I think y'all can tell that that bang already suits me better. It's going to be a winner for me twofold. It's going to blend in these knots, and it's just the way I wear my hair. It's perfect. It's a perfect quick fix for some knots, for a major face flopper. It can also fix that. So now I'm going to show you how we're going to style these bangs and get it to blend back in. Right here, I can tell this might be a little heavy, so I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a little texturizing thinning shears just on the ends right here. That will just help blend that back into the body of the haircut. Can you see how that right there might look a little blunt? And now this is a shorter style. Watch. See this? See that? Just a little bit to break up some of that. There we go. The next thing I'm going to do is take my hair dryer and a round brush and get a little bend into it. So hold it. Okay, let it cool on my round brush, and that'll give us a little bit of bend. I'm not looking for anything curly. I'm just wanting it to kind of get a little shape and style to blend into the body of my haircut. Okay, that's going to be good. Let me get a little bit here. Because this is a regular synthetic, you can see where I'm just warming them up a tad. It doesn't take a lot of heat to change a regular synthetic. You can see that. I got that one a little bit curly, but it's okay. We can always reduce the curl. Just like we can reduce the shine. All right. Take this down. We'll hit her with a little water right here. Now let's see what we have. Okay guys, what do y'all think of my eyelash bang? This is what I'm talking about, an eyelash bang. It's longer than a traditional bang, but yet it's not quite fringe either. Now this doesn't bother me. This is my personal preference. So there she is, side swept and styled. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? See how it flows nicely into the body of the haircut? Same over here. See how it blends in? Now, like I said, this is an eyelash bang. So it's not a traditional bang. It's not a fringe. It's not a butterfly. It's not a curtain bang. It's not a French curtain bang. Now I'm going to show you how to take them a little bit shorter. And what I would do here to texturize this and take them a little bit shorter, I would take my texturizing shears and just come up here into the ends a little bit. That's going to break them up. And it's also going to, there we go. There we go. This is just going to texturize them a little bit. A little more movement in there. I'm going to hit it with my hair dryer again. Now, there is a little bit shorter bangs. It's all about personal preference and how you prefer to wear your bangs. Here is a little bit shorter, but yet I can still side sweep them. So for me, that's about as short as I'm going to take them. Just remember, get in there and fool with your wigs. Mess them up a little bit. That is what is going to keep them natural. Guys, thanks so much for stopping by as we add bangs to this Tressallure bliss. I hope y'all found this helpful. Please like and subscribe for new wig content. Thanks again. Bye, guys.